everyone, my name is Morgan and welcome back to Dandelion Wishes brought to you. In the last episode, Jisoo was not as toxic as normal. I was having trouble describing how I felt at the end of that episode, and I've been thinking about it. And I think it's the fact that it's he was being nicer in the last episode, but it's just really hard for me to accept that when I know that side of him is still there, and the second he sees me hanging out with Heejay or something, it's gonna come back out. And then I also remembered his bad end. I'm not one that plays bad ends. I'm just not. They don't interest me. I don't want to see the sad bad ends. I just don't. So I'm not gonna play through them in this game or anything. But some otomes just have very infamous bad ends. You know, everyone knows the one Juman bad end from Mystic Messenger, like that kind of thing. And there's an infamous bad end in Dandelion that everyone knows about, myself included, and it is Jisoo's. This isn't really spoilery or anything. I think you just get it if you don't get enough points with him. If you don't want to know, you want to go watch it yourself, then I will tell you to skip forward 10 seconds when I'm about to say it, what the bad end entails. So go ahead and skip forward right now. I'm gonna try and speed through it, and go ahead. He drugs you and locks you in your room, and so I know just how far he could go if he wanted to. Like that, he's capable of that. Technically not canon because it's a bad end, but I know that it's possible. But anyways, let's hope that today, we get more nice stuff, and we can try and not think about the fact that our cat is very possessive. But his relationship points are maxed, so I guess I will see you when something happens. Oh, okay. That was nice and quick this time. Hey, I'm curious about something. I had a break for the first time in a long time. Jisoo, who was watching me make tea, opened his mouth. Yes? When did you start living alone? I lived alone since I entered college, so it's been already since 4 years ago. Wow, time flies. It's already 4 years. 4 years? Yes, why? So you've lived dangerously alone for 4 years. Dangerous? She seemed to be doing alright. To me, plenty of people live on their own, Jisoo. Why is he saying those things again? Jisoo looked at me with a slight suspicion. Oh, I knew it was gonna go this way. Oh my god. Just as I was saying at the start of this, hopefully it's more cute and not possessive. How many guys did you go out with while you were living alone? Huh. Why do you suddenly ask? How many guys I went out with? It's a little embarrassing. It's too little. It's too little. This is my privacy. I don't have to answer him. Why do you want to know? It's not worth talking about. Oh, so you did have guys. What does it matter if I'm with you now, Jisoo? People have past relationships. That's how things work. Oh my god. Oh, his possessiveness is so bad. Jisoo would definitely be jealous of my past. I could see his eyes burning with determination to find out. What about you? You probably dated a lot of girls. Me? Jisoo's necklace. John commented last time that he might have gotten it from his ex-girlfriend. That necklace. Why are you always wearing it? Is it from a special someone? Jisoo suddenly became quiet. Uh-oh, this isn't a good sign. Was it really from a girl? Did you get it from a girl? Jisoo nodded slightly. Really? So it was from an ex-girlfriend. I got this necklace from my little sister. Yeah, technically from a girl. It was just a sister. Sister? Oh, Jisoo had a little sister. I felt myself relaxed. I would have been hurt if he said he had gotten a necklace from someone he had loved. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it would be kind of weird if he was still wearing this necklace from his ex-girlfriend. I know I'm with you, but oh, this necklace is from my ex who I love. You got a little sister. I'm a bit envious. I was the only child and always wanted a little sister since I was a kid. What's her name? How old is she? Lily. She's 12. That's a pretty name. She would be a student here if she's 12. What is she doing now? She's mostly at home. How would I know what she's doing, Heejung? I'm here, not in my own world. Oh, right. Then she must be with her parents every day. Uh-oh. I could see that Jisoo's face had become stiff. Did I just say something wrong? Maybe their parents have passed away and they're living with their relatives? I regretted questioning him without thinking. I also didn't like to hear questions related to my parents. I'm sorry, you really don't have to answer. They're both gone, Jisoo said flatly. And then he turned his eyes away from me. Only the two of us lived together since 4 years ago. That's funny. I thought it was fine to talk about this now. It's been 4 years already, but it still feels a bit strange. I could hear the water boiling in the kettle. I turned off the stove and stood there for a while. I felt a weird stir in my heart. He was talking as if it was no big deal, but I felt that he was still grieving over it. I don't know if he was talking as if it's no big deal. He just seemed pretty sad. I just knew. He was pretending to be okay. Just like you. You hide your feelings inside, thinking that it'll hurt less when time passes. But when you later have to face it, you can't bear it. It's like me. I think I know how you feel. I have to confront it. Although your hands might shake uncontrollably and you feel that your old wound is getting pricked at again. My parents are actually divorced. When they got divorced, they asked me whom I wanted to live with, and I didn't understand. I wanted all of us to be together, so I asked them why we had to live separately. And Mom said that she won't be able to keep her sanity if she were to continue to live with Dad. I didn't want to see Mom having a hard time, so I decided to live with her. But as soon as I did, I felt like I lost both of my parents. Mom changed drastically after the divorce. Yeah, she kind of sucks now. After my parents got divorced, the bright and happy family was nowhere to be found. Mom would make sure to prepare meals with food that would help me concentrate better when studying. She would call me as soon as cram school finished at 2 a.m., making sure I came straight home to review what I'd learned. Oh my god, that's terrible! You're in school until 2 a.m. and then you have to come home and review it? Oh my god, hijab, it's terrible. And my confidence began to fade away. It's strange if someone asks, I try to answer as if nothing is wrong. But then I realize that I'm not. So sometimes I lie that my family's really happy and it hurts afterwards. I still am reminded of the time when I was young, when I could do nothing but to watch my family fall apart. I couldn't do anything because I was young. Because it was a matter between adults. I had to helplessly watch my family fall apart to become that gentle and obedient child that Mom wanted. Is the picture gonna move? Okay. I think that's how I felt. I was like I was embraced or something. I thought if I clicked, the picture would move or something would happen, and then text popped up as soon as I did that. Jisoo's arms that were embracing me were trembling a bit. Why is Jisoo trembling? You're a warm person, yet strong. Huh? I'm so glad to have met someone like you. Jisoo words warmed my heart up. I never imagined that someone would say these words to me. I always had low self-esteem. I was busy blaming myself when things went wrong. But there is someone who says he's glad to have met me. I'm so glad that you chose me. For the first time, I was glad that I became independent from Mom. Because if I hadn't, I would not have changed. And I wouldn't have turned into a strong person, as Jisoo said. I don't want to let you go. Ever. Literally, I'm not. We're stuck like this forever now. Jisoo's words deeply touched my heart. And then the day ended. The start of that segment, a little worrisome again. That was sweet at the end, though. Them opening up to each other a bit. Okay, now what? Back outside. Perhaps it's because the weather has gotten chillier, but there weren't many people in the park. Looking at the fallen leaves while sitting on the bench with Jisoo, I was surprised that it's already been a year since we first met. Again, she did this with Ji-woo. It has not been a year since you've met. They showed up, was it like May or June? One of the two. It's It's January! That's not been a year yet! So, your sister is a quiet type. Since a few days ago, Jisoo and I talked about my family. I usually avoid the subject of family, but it was okay to talk about it with Jisoo. With Jisoo, I feel like I could talk about anything. When people asked me about my family, I would always lie that everything was fine. I was afraid of others' reactions and remarks if I had told them the truth. If I don't have a happy family, it seems as if someone had done something wrong to break the family apart, and I didn't want to give people that impression. Jisoo also told me about his family. He didn't go into details, but usually he told me about his sister. Though she's still young, she does a good job in doing housework and enjoys reading books. She's not quiet, but just shy in front of strangers. And she always follows me around. What, is she like on her own now? Like, not that I'm like judging you for anything, Jisoo, in regards to that. Like, what is this sister doing now? Like, did you just poof disappear one day and she was like, what the heck? I think she's a really cute person. Yeah, really. Jisoo smiled softly. He must be thinking of his sister. She used to fall down a lot when she was young, so I always had to be by her side. Who does she live with now? Thank you, Hyejung, asking the important questions. Jisoo's living with me now. Who's taking care of his sister? I asked without giving it a lot of thought, but Jisoo's smile suddenly disappeared. Did you really? Is she really on her own? When I answered my question, Jisoo stood up from the bench. Shall we go? Jisoo! Who's watching your sister? He smiled. I could feel a cold breeze blowing from where Jisoo is standing. Winter must be coming. Don't tell me- wait. Don't tell me she's dead, right? No, she's not dead. Right? Your sister's not dead. No. From what I remember of your mouth, she's not dead. She better not be, anyway. She's fine. She's fine. I headed home with Jisoo before it gets any colder outside. Okay, that was it for that scenario, I guess. Okay, more story again. Getting through lots of story today. Nice, nice. Hello? Mom? Oh no, Mom called us. I could hear Mom's voice over the phone. Hasn't changed a bit. Yes, Mom. Crap, I forgot her voice again. Hyejung's was like, Mom's voice, it hasn't changed a bit, and it's probably different every time I do it because I don't remember what I did. I think maybe I remember this time? I don't know. I could only answer yes, as always. Our phone call in half a year ended like that. Your first phone call? Is that what you meant to say? The phone in my hand suddenly felt very heavy. Mom just said she was coming here to see me. Oh, at least she gave you a heads up this time. And Jiwoo's right, she just showed up as 4 men walked out of my house and Jiwoo was sitting there. I didn't have the chance to tell her anything about the guys that I'm living with. What would she say if she saw me now? Oh, I have to hide everything. The animals, I have to hide their stuff. I have to make the house appear how my mom expects it to be. I frantically began to gather the animals' belongings all over the house. I have to hide everything. I have to make the place clean. What are you doing? When Jisoo saw me stuffing the washer with a bunch of clothes, he looked at me in surprise. What should I do? Are you alright? What's wrong? I don't know what to do. What's happening? I don't know what's happening. Jisoo came closer. I unconsciously backed away from him. Jisoo stopped, giving me a bewildered look. What is going on? My mom is coming to visit me today. I must hide everything. Jisoo included. Get in that closet, Jisoo! Mom must not find out. Please, take everyone and go outside. Don't come back until tonight. Jisoo seemed like he wanted to say something, but I ignored him and instead closed the door of the washing machine filled with clothes. I have to hide all the evidence. The kitchen, bathroom, living room, my room, and the entrance. I have to hide these rooms. She can't see them. I hid everything that belonged to the animals and cleaned the entire house from top to bottom. When I was done, I noticed that everyone had gone out. The house was completely silent. No one is here. I was all alone in the clean house. I could smell the air refresher all over the house. It feels as if I went back to the time when I was living alone. Back to my dull life. I seem to have gone back to the old me when I only showed Mom the daughter that she wanted to see. Oh God, she's here! I took a deep breath. Do you ever clean up? Bitch, I just cleaned this whole goddamn house. It's Mom. High heels and a designer handbag. Nothing about her has changed. Mom looked around the house with a frown. Afraid of her suspecting something, my heart began to beat fast. It's been about 7 months since we met. She hasn't changed a bit. And how I act in front of her hasn't changed a bit either. So, you graduate soon, right? What about finding a job? It's been long since I gave up hearing how are you from her. I'm working on it. You shouldn't just prepare. Send your resumes here and there. You won't get anything done by just saying things. You need to act like everyone else. Oh, send them here and there. Mom said as she sat down on the sofa. You're going to graduate from an average school, so you'll probably work at an average company too, I guess. God, you suck. I thought that I was used to those words now, but they still hurt. Average. Mom told me that many times. But I have to be special. Any score lower than 100 is just average. And now I've become that average person Mom always talked about. Mom went out all her ways. This sentence is weird. Mom went out all her ways to make me special. But I ended up becoming an average person. I invested so much money into your education since you were little. I don't understand why you only became like this. Mom opened her purse and took out a small mirror and a lipstick. Mom. I called out to her in a small voice, but she was more interested in looking at herself through the mirror. Mom. What is it? What is enough? Ugh. She's so annoying. Mom glanced at me with an annoyed look and began fixing her makeup again. Mom, why did you come here today? Mom, who was applying on lipstick, stopped her hand. Why? Are you here to criticize me? Or are you here to tell me again that I'm not special? I never once regretted moving out of the house. I tried to become that daughter that Mom wanted me to be. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not figure out what I wanted to do. Only anxiety would pile up. Don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. You may be my mom, but you're a bitch. Mom put down the mirror that she was holding. She was finally looking at me. Do you know how much I invested in you? Yeah, you say it over and over again. If I hadn't, you'd be worse off than you are now. Mom's angry face. That face scared me to death when I was little. I tried my best to not make her angry, but it didn't work, so I always considered myself a bad child. I know that you're a failure, but since you're still my child, I just came over to see how you're doing. A failure. Mom still says words that hurt me so casually. If getting a job doesn't work out, just prepare for a law school. Why do you always try to push me? There may be something out there that would make me happier. Something that suits me better. Art! The answer is art! But why do you always shut out those possibilities and force me to do something that I don't want? I can't even try to seek out for what I want to do. I can't even try to seek for what I want to do because of a failure. There's some weirdly worded sentences today and they're throwing me off. Why am I a failure? What? A failure, a success. Who decides that? You're the one who decided that. Oh! Oh my god! I found a sharp pin. She slapped you? Oh my god. This is the first time that she hit me since I was little. Oh, this bitch. Oh, we're gonna throw hands. You wanna touch hands on like that? Square up. But I've been hurt by her words for too long. Slapping didn't even hurt. Don't you dare talk to me like that. I'll talk to you how I want. Are you blaming me for not having a talent and for not working hard enough? No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just trying to tell you not to judge me as a failure. I want to say those words, but voices won't come out of my mouth. I was afraid that I would burst into tears as soon as I started to speak. Do you know how much oh my god, she said it again. Do you know how much I invested in you? Take a shot every time Hee Jung's mom says, do you know how much I invested in you? More than any other mothers that I know. But despite that, you turned out this way. How do you think I'd feel? I don't know what came over you. I should have known the moment you entered this college and went out to live alone. I should have known. I did the best I can. I don't know what else I can do anymore. No. Mom's leaving. I wanted to tell her something. I didn't even tell her anything yet, but she's leaving. I'm tired of being concerned about you. I'm going to live my own life now. I mean, you have been. You didn't talk to me for 7 months. Mom opened the front door. Just to let you know. The door closed. I stood alone in the empty living room. I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to say anything. Oh! It's kind of sad she was all alone for this one. At least oh! Jian! Hi! Oh, 1 second. At least the last one, at least Ji Woo was there. And that seemed to help her, like, feel better. And she wasn't all alone. Oh.
Hey, Jug.
I didn't think I was ever going to see you again. Jian was the first one to come home after Mom left. Weird, considering you haven't been home in months. I could smell the strawberry shampoo that I bought for him. He's been using the shampoo that I had bought for him.
I have something to tell you.
I can already guess what he was going to say. Are you moving out for realsies? I mean, I guess you've apparently been, like, coming at night. And, like, you've been here very minimally, but you've never been on the, like, little map. Although I knew I couldn't say anything. Oh, this is such bad timing, Jian, that you're gonna say this right after the whole Mom incident.
I'm going to leave this house now.
Yeah. I mean, you basically already did.
I feel bad for having you always taking care of me. I actually met someone nice.
I looked up to see Jian's face. Someone nice? I know that all of us can't live forever like this. I should have prepared to have them leave. If he had really met someone nice, I would feel more relieved. I knew that his words weren't true. You're lying.
Yeah, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner.
But he's leaving. I can't see his bright, smiling face or him teasing other animals anymore. And everyone will eventually leave. Alright. I answered in a feeble voice. Bad timing here. I knew it would be like this, but...
Hey, Jug, are you okay?
No. Jian asked with a concerned look on his face.
Where's Jisoo? Is he not home yet?
Jisoo, the person who accepted me for who I am. The person who enabled me to find happiness in life.
Well, when Jisoo comes, talk to him. I don't think I'm the one whom you should talk to.
Oh, bye, Jian. Jian began to pack his belongings. I mean, I already thought you left, but... You're leaving for real this time. He's leaving. The faint smell of orange that lingered in the house is also leaving with him. Oh, that's sad. Jian opened the door.
Take care.
And the door closed. That's all you're leaving me with is take care! I was left all alone at home. I could hear nothing. Am I useless because I'm a failure? Mom and Jian, they were people who weren't destined to stay with me. Mom didn't have faith in me until the very end. No matter how hard I try, I can't do it. What am I supposed to do now? I think I did the best I can. How come I can't be happy? Why can't I become happy no matter how hard I try? Why am I living this busy life? Being so afraid of Mom. I don't even have a goal. Art! I don't even know what I want to do. Art! Am I going to just graduate and get a job? Am I just going to get a job anywhere? Am I going to prepare for law school just as she told me to? I'm home. Thank God! Come comfort your girlfriend. It's Jisoo. I didn't feel like greeting him. So you cleaned the whole place? So you cleaned up the whole house because of your mom? This place is totally clean. Hey, what happened to you? Will Jisoo also leave me one day? Yeah. Oh no! Yeah, he will! He will! We know how these routes end now. Will he stay with me until the very end, not abandoning me? I mean, he's not gonna leave willingly. I wasn't sure. He might leave me one day, just as Mom and Jian did. One day he might disappear with a goodbye. Or without a goodbye, likely without one. Jisoo. Hey, what's wrong? What am I to you? If you were to leave me one day. Oh, what am I to do? I was like, what am I to you? I think we already established that. Jian left. What? So he eventually... Will you someday leave too? What? Are you going to leave me like Jian too? Leave me all by myself? Jisoo didn't answer because he is gonna leave. Why? Why are you not answering? You could just tell me that you won't leave, that you'll stay by my side. So you're really going to disappear? Like Jian? Yeah. I waited, but Jisoo still won't answer. No way, are you really going to leave? Someday. You could have at least, like, lied to her for now. Please. This is all just like too much for her right now. If that's the case, then if you're going to leave someday, just leave now. What? Don't make me attached to you even more. Just get out. Oh, this is very sad. This is a sad episode, man. There's just a lot angst this episode. Although my face was a mess from crying, I looked up to see Jisoo. Although I told him to leave, I was actually scared that he really will. I wanted him to give me a warm hug and tell me that he'll be by my side, but Jisoo didn't answer. He won't say that he won't leave. Why did you guys appear in front of me? I asked the question that was left unanswered again. What do you want from me? Poor Heejung. Oh, this is rough. This section with the mom went a lot smoother last time. I can't do anything for you. You won't get anything by staying with me. Why me? Why did you appear in front of me? You're going to end up being disappointed and leave anyway. So I'm going to be all alone again. All alone once again. Can't read. I felt completely lost and helpless. I felt pathetic, screaming like a little child as if to ask people to throw a pity party for me. It's fine. This is enough. What good is it if you continue to stay with me anyway? Jisoo grabbed my left shoulder with force. Force! He looked me straight into the eyes. You're really making me angry right now. Do you know that? We're not going to be together forever anyway. You're gonna go poof! Don't make me attached to you if you're not going to stay with me forever. Don't make me like you. All of you will leave anyway. You're all going to leave me by myself. I know, so please. I don't want to get hurt anymore. I'm scared. It would have been better if you disappeared without me knowing it. About that. Why are you suddenly acting like this? Is it because of Jiyeon? I'm not going to let you go until you tell me. Jisoo always looks at me straight into the eyes. And he accepts everything about me, even when I cry, even when I yell hysterically. Mom didn't look at me like that. She left me without even trying. I burst into tears. I didn't mean to cry in front of him, but tears kept seeping beneath my eyelids. Stop crying. Tell me everything. Before I could stop myself, I spilled everything out. Why did Mom? No matter how hard I try, why won't she accept me for who I am? Why? Am I not that good enough? I asked Jisoo the questions that I've been asking myself. Jisoo seemed baffled at my words. Am I such a bad person? Is that why everyone is disappointed in me and leaves? Because I'm not good enough? Because I don't like me? Did I really do something that wrong? Am I wrong? All my hard efforts, were they all useless? No, that's not true. What are you talking about? Explain to me. I don't get it. Why won't Mom love me? Why? Oh, poor Heejung. Why won't she accept me for who I am when I'm really trying my best? Why did I become her failure? Failure? Don't say that. Snap out of it. Jisoo shook me roughly. That made me come back to my senses a bit. Hey, tell me one more time and I'm going to get really angry. I mean it. I could see his angry expression. You can see it? I can't. He's just a blur right now. That doesn't look angry to me. Are you okay now? I blinked my eyes twice. I could see Jisoo more clearly. His angry expression was nowhere to be seen. He looked very worried instead. Listen to me. It's not your fault that Jiyeon went out. He has complicated reasons of his own. Wizards and shit, you know. I don't know what happened between you and your mother, but calm down. Why didn't you tell me anything until now? This is the reason I was crying in my room that one night. It's my problem. How can I tell you? It's something that I've never told anyone before, except Jiwoo and that other route. Promise me. What? Promise me that you'll tell me everything from now on. Promise. Does that mean you'll listen to everything that I have to say? I would be worried if you don't. You look as if you're going to fall apart at any moment. I felt touched. I'm not sure if it's because this is the first time that someone had shown me this much care and concern, but no matter what you do, I'll watch everything until the very end. I promise. Promise me. Is it really okay? Jisoo won't hate me, even if I tell him about myself? There's nothing to hate! Your mom was a jerk. That's nothing to hate about you, Hee-jung. If you don't promise me, I'm going to kiss you without permission from now on. Ah! My face flushed. How can you say those words at a moment like this? My face must look terrible right now from all that crying. I looked up and saw that Jisoo's face was a bit red too. What I mean is, it's okay to depend on me when you're having a hard time. Stop acting so tough. Depend on you. On Jisoo? You're not a superwoman, and nobody's going to give you an Oscar award for acting tough when you're secretly crying alone. I never cried alone. Yes, sir. You're crying that one time I came in, and I thought you were crying about guys. I actually did cry alone a few times in my room. See? I was so nervous about my future, and I felt sorry for myself for not being loved by my mother. Hey, I already knew from a long time ago. Jisoo hugged me. So, you already knew? I felt ashamed and pitiful. Jisoo was hugging me, telling me that it's okay. He says that he even accepts ugly sides of me. Maybe I can really tell Jisoo everything. Maybe it'll be okay to depend on Jisoo, who accepts me for who I truly am. And then I went to bed. Oh, his points are still maxed, huh? Well, that's gonna do it for today's episode. There's a lot of angst. We've been shitting on Jisoo a lot in his route, rightfully so for his possessiveness, but he was very sweet this episode. That was really sweet of him in that last section. I liked that. The whole section with the mom was a lot more angsty this time around because Hee-jung was all by herself. She didn't really have anyone there just to back her up that time. But she had someone to back her up at the end after she had a mental breakdown. So that was sweet of Jisoo. Though he still technically didn't say that he wouldn't leave because I guess that would be a lie. He'd be lying to her. He said he'll be there till the very end. I think we know what the very end means. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. I feel like we're getting through Jisoo's route a lot quicker than we are Ji-woo's. I think it ends in May, and we're in February already. His also just seems to be progressing like a lot faster than Ji-woo's. Ji-woo's felt more like a slow burn kind of thing. Jisoo, we got together pretty quick. Which is why I'm kind of wondering like, what's left to happen? But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!